Hello, everyone. Welcome to Happy Hour for Mental Health. I'm Doc Dexter Galban, and it's always a pleasure to have all of you join us every Friday for our weekly shows. Hopefully, you're all well this week because we will be tackling all of your mental health related concerns and issues and hopefully spread some good vibes. At ngayong araw na ito, of course, we are always happy to be joined by some of our partners and of course my co-hosts for this evening. First up, no, let me introduce our lovely and amazing celebrity psychiatrist, none other than the lovely, the beautiful Doc Joan Perez-Rifareal. Welcome back to Happy Hour, Doc.
Hello, good evening Dr. Dex. Maraming salamat for having me once again. Good evening po sa lahat po na nanonood at nakikinig. Good evening po, and of course, again, as mentioned by Dr. Dex, please take good care always, stay safe always, and I wish you all good health lagi po, especially during these times.
Yan. Thank you for that. No, and actually, we are also being joined by my partner in crime, quote unquote, here in Alaga Health, none other than our primary healthcare specialist, none other than the amazing call now. Just picture 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, looks like there's going to be a bit of a connection problem here today. But don't worry, I believe that she will be joining us very soon. So I believe now's a good time, as of any, to now begin our show with our happy thoughts. So let's start with our very first segment for the evening. So let's have our Kwentong Happy Hour. Hi, so for this segment, of course, we will be talking about some of the positive things that have happened over the past few weeks. As you all know, last week, we missed the show and we'll tell you exactly why that was the case. So, yun na yung good news ko kasi for me, no, we actually battled Dr. V and I actually came face to face with COVID-19 and now we're hopefully off through the hump and now hopefully everything will be much better. So I encourage everyone to please get vaccinated and practice, of course, social distancing and our basic hygiene and healthcare. No? So very important po yan. And let's look at other positive things that have happened over the past few days. For you, Doc Joan, anything positive that you think you would like to share to everyone else? Lalo na yung mga news ngayon, Doc Joan.
Oh yeah. Of course, good health always is always a positive, na positive event, and always we are grateful always for the positive, the improvement. Inyo, Dr. Dex, I included you in my prayers, and of course, Dr. Dia. I really prayed for you, and I'm happy that you're good, you're back, and you're well. Positive is I was in fact, Dr. Dex, looking forward dun sa last week natin na episode sana because of September 10, we celebrated the World Suicide Prevention Day. So that's something very positive kasi of course awareness pa rin is the key, and we know no, especially during this time ang platform natin na ito, no, Happy Hour for Mental Health is also a way of raising awareness about all of these very relevant concerns or challenges, especially during this time of pandemic. So, yeah, it's something that we also should be happy about. That it's recognized, it's celebrated globally. Kaya nga, World Suicide Prevention Day. Prevention pa
Yeah.
rin is the key. Prevention always is the key.
That's wonderful to hear, no, Doc Joan, particularly because that's one of the main advocacies. Of course, actually the main advocacy of Happy Hour for Mental Health, and of course, by extension, Alaga Health. And hindi yung natawaran ay yung value ng mental health in our daily lives. And speaking of which, that's why we're raising all of these happy thoughts and happy stories, no? Just quick top of my head, I saw news that another Filipino was appointed to the Vatican Academy. And ito, another thing to be proud of, no? Filipino actor. And of course, my kababayan, well, technically from my hometown, my dad's hometown, from Baler Aurora just won the Venice Award, no? To the wonderful and amazing Sir John Arcilia. Congratulations, no? Joining some Hollywood superstars. Ganun level ang kagalingan ng mga Pilipino. So, congratulations to you, Tito or Sir, and very, very excited for all of these great things happening left. And it looks like Doc V has finally joined the call. Good evening, Doc Via. How are you feeling?
Good evening po sa lahat ng ating mga viewers. Now we're back, no? From a week of battling COVID and a lot of health issues, no? Finally, we are able to join our lovely viewers and our audience, and I'm very happy to see Doc Joan again, no? And you, Doc Dex, particularly because, no, um, isang week tayong na mahinga muna, no, so that we can focus on ourselves, focus on our family members, and all of the things that we have to take care of. Pero masayang-masaya po kami, no, kami ni Doc Dex tsaka ni Doc Joan na nandito na naman po kami sa isang Biyernes na gabi, no, ng kwentuhan, ng kaalaman, no, about mental health, no, and I'm very excited for this evening.
Yeah, and so thank you for that, Doc Via. No? So let's get to it. No? Let's get some questions from the Alaga Health Inbox. No? Medyo marami-rami po tayong tanong na nangkalab dahil po nawala kami last week. So hopefully we can answer as many questions as possible. So let's get things started. Okay, so our first question came from Miss Jerica Campos. No? Miss Jerica Campos. She says here, my friend who used to be masayahin suddenly became very quiet. I'm really concerned. I don't know how to reach out. We only get to talk virtually. Thank you, Alaga. Nako, common scenario to Doc Joan, particularly for those, I think she's a bit on the younger side, possibly, no? Probably we're used to interacting on a personal level, tsaka in person, before the pandemic hit. And now, parang nagiging concerned siya dun sa friend niya. Any particular advice po, Doc Joan and Doc Via, regarding this question ni Ma'am Jerica?
Yes. Siguro I will start, no, Doc Via. Agree ako, Dr. Dex, this is usually very understandable na talagang it will really be a source of concern to us kung tayo po ay may friends na biglang naging quiet all of a sudden, parang hindi natin nako-contact or nakakausap all of a sudden. So, ang important lang po dito again is to respect na natin muna, respect the privacy. Baka your friend is going through some challenges now, but mas maganda pa rin always that we remind our friends that anytime, kung ready na sila to talk to us, to tell us kung anong what's been bothering them, now we are always there. So being there for your friend is very important. Again, kahit na listening alone, kahit na wala kayong sasabihin na any advice or any sagot sa anything, that is very therapeutic already for them to know na anytime they can always call you or that you are always there ready to help them and listen to them kung kailangan na po nila. But at the same time, not to pressure them also. So wag pilitin kung hindi pa sila ready, give them that space and time. Kasi baka kung mangungulit tayo, di ba? Sometimes mas sila, nagpo-pull back. No? So let's give them that space and time and respect. But reassure that we are always here to help anytime.
Yeah, and thank you very much for that, Doc Joan. It looks like may mga fans ulit si Doc Joan, and of course the viewers of Alaga Health tuned in right now. So special shout out daw watching Dr. Joan Rifareal. So that's from Ma'am Marilyn Huele. No, so thank you po for joining us this evening, and hopefully you'll enjoy the program tonight. Yeah. So let's jump on to the next question. May pahabol from Sir Alan Quadra. Hello din daw, Doc John. Dami talagang fans ni Doc John, no? So we're back, and hopefully we will not miss a beat until the next few weeks, no? So let's go to the next question. Now, we have here a question from Ma'am Florentina De Gia. Maraming salamat po dito. Marami pong sakit ang nanay ko. Ako po yung nag-aalaga. Paano po hindi ma-depress? Thanks. Wow. Okay, so medyo this hit home for me kasi apart from dealing with my personal health condition, now I was also taking care of my parents pero virtually pa at times, no? So, and I think this will happen to a lot of our fellow Filipinos na ngayon ay possibly may kapamilya na either merong COVID at naka-quarantine or na-expose at naka-quarantine or marami talagang health conditions na stroke or anything na pwedeng mag-cause ng caregiver role strain. So yan, siguro let's ask
Yes.
Doc Joan, any particular advice po
Oo.
for those na talaga namang medyo either hindi sila trained maging health provider o kaya naman either prolonged na as a care provider and medyo napapagod na ng konti, medyo nade-depress. Any particular advice, Doc Joan?
Correct. In fact, it's very talaga understandable kasi yung role niya kasi as the primary, no, na taga-alaga ng kanyang mom. And if this is persistent, na siya lang talagang mag-isa who takes on this major role of taking care of the mom, nagkakaroon din tayo, no, ng caregiver fatigue. Ito yung fatigue, yung parang exhausted tayo, we feel drained, we feel tired, which is again really understandable. Of course, meron din yan kasama yung about sa na-mention niya na paano hindi ma-depress because nakakalungkot din po, no, yung pinagdadaanan ni Ma'am Florentina kasi any form of caregiving kasi nararamdaman din natin yung grieving process, no? We also grieve. We go through the stages of grieving. Kaya part talaga doon is parang pag minsan nalulungkot tayo. So, to combat this caregiver fatigue, this stress po, mas maganda let's ask for help also. Ang pag-ask ng help, it doesn't mean na it's a sign of our weakness, a weakness of our character. Hindi talaga po. In fact, baliktad. Pag na-recognize natin na pagod din tayo and kailangan din natin ng backup muna, then it tells us that we are strong enough to accept. So it tells us na our character is strong and we are open to seeking help, to asking for help. Ask for help, hindi kailangan na ikaw lagi. So baka meron kang ma'am, no? Baka meron kang kapatid, mga kamag-anak na you can take turns. Parang nagro-rotation kayo, yung parang to take care of your mom. And of course, di ba may kasabihan tayo na we cannot give what we do not have or we cannot pour from an empty cup. Meaning, kailangan tayo din kasi kung tayo ay low bat, wala tayong energy and also tayo po ay nalulungkot, zero battery tayo because of burnout, then mas mahirapan tayo to take care of our loved ones. So mas maganda, me times very important, self-care, self-love also. So mas maganda spend some time also to recuperate, relax natin sarili, and of course to also recuperate and heal our physical, emotional, and spiritual body po.
Yan, thank you for that, no, Doc Joan, kasi that's something that's very relevant. And in fact, that will be the topic of our special Alaga Health Live episode on patient safety. Now, yun po yung topic natin sa Alaga Health Checkup tomorrow. How to better take care of patients, no? Whether you are the primary health provider o kaya na or kapamilya na nasa hospital, how do you best take things to take into account? So yeah, it looks like Doc Via's back, saktong-sakto, no? We're very excited to have you back. Nagkakaroon tayo ng connection issues, lalo ngayon, maulan na, Doc June.
Maulan. Oo, in fact, pawala-wala talaga lately, no? Pawala-wala. And Dr. Lexi, ako lang, usually kasi in the Philippines, extended families tayo. So I'm sure meron pwedeng makakatulong kay Ma'am Florentina.
Yeah. Doc Via, I think makakarinig ka dito. Yes. No? Kasi kakatanong lang.
Yung this topic, yeah. This is very useful kasi nga we have our parents whom we have to take care of, we have our lolas, may mga tita tayo na kailangan nating alagaan. This is something close to home kasi no, parang minsan mahirap for us to be able to care for them, especially when we are also sick, no? So it's always best for us to be able to ask help also when it's needed. And dito mo talaga makikita yung beauty ng Filipino families, no? Na kahit anumang pagsubok kaya nilang na-address nila, not because of anything, but how they're able to help each other through those times, no? So nakakatulong actually yung sense of community, yung familial or your filial relationship natin, no, with our family members, no? Because it can help us, not only cope with the things that we have to do, but also our well-being.
Yeah, thank you for that, Doc Via, no? Kaya nga nabanggit ko, magiging important yung session natin tomorrow, yung episode natin tomorrow on patient safety, no? Especially for those that want to take care of family members na might be not well within their homes. Yan. So, sige, sagot pa tayo ng isang question before we have our quick detour, no? So, here we have a question from Sir Paulo Sereno. Yeah, Paulo Sereno. Is there anything I can drink to sleep better? The longer this lockdown goes, the more I can't sleep. Nako, parang common question to. Any advice? Good show, by the way. No, thank you, Sir Paolo. We're very thankful po sa iyong comments. And yes, Doc Joan and Doc Via, nahihirapang matulog. I think ang hinahanap ng iba ngayon, sanay sila na pag meron silang nararamdaman sa katawan, the fastest na pwede nilang gawin ay uminom ng gamot. So, any advice for Sir Paul, do we drink meds na po ba kaagad or are there things that we can do still?
Nako,
yes, Dr. Via.
Ang ganda na over coffee, no? Doc Joe na mention ko lang, pero parang hindi ata good advice yung coffee for Sir Paul, no? Pero go ahead, Doc Joe. Nakita ko kasi si Doc was drinking from her coffee. Coffee cup session.
This is again also very common. It's a very common concern, especially ngayon. We are 1 year into this, more than a year into this pandemic. Maraming nagtatanong yan sa akin, especially for those under my care. Number one, it's always good to focus tayo doon sa mga health promotive na factors. Promote muna tayo. Meaning, sleep hygiene is very important. Sleep hygiene, meaning nothing dark colored coffee, tea, especially po sa late afternoon or sa gabi. Lessen natin po any dark colored food also like chocolate because of the caffeine na content. Number two, kung pwede, kung kaya, no gadgets also, at least 1 hour before yung schedule. Guilty. Oh my God. Actually, guilty. At least 1 hour before yung intention natin na time to go to bed. Because again, of the, yung sa screen natin, the blue light, which is really, ang blue light kasi from our gadgets, the screen, it mimics yung sunlight, no? So it tells our brain na umaga pa. So parang alert pa tayo kasi nga sunlight siya, no? So no gadgets, kahit TV kasi it's activating really to our brain cells, so nothing. Also po, psychologically, we prepare our body for sleep. Yung parang ang bedroom, we use it really for sleep. We don't do our work there, and we don't eat there. Sa labas tayo, parang alam natin psychologically we prepare yung mindset natin na ang bedroom is for sleeping, and then prepare 1 hour. So take a warm shower. Drink milk. Warm milk also can help us feel relaxed, and then do your ano pa bang mga kailangan, mga skincare. Basta to play mga music siguro na which is soft and hindi masyadong stimulating. And of course, temperature is very important. Yung temperature na okay for sleep. Light, kung pwede off, kasi again, that can be activating. So anything na activating, we limit it, and sound. So dapat quiet. So yun, temperature, light, and sound para mas conducive for sleeping. And again, mas maganda no exercise sa hapon or late at night kasi it can also boost pa yung ating energy and can make us feel activated.
Oo nga, kung na-notice nung...
Actually, alam ko yan, Doc Joan. Go ahead, Doc Via.
Parang kunyari mag-exercise ako in the afternoon, hindi na ako makatulog. Pero ang ganda ng sinabi ni Doc Joan kasi sometimes, tayo, especially we're all busy, Doc Joan has a lot of engagements with her patients and her shows. As a celebrity doctor. And si Doc Dex as well. But ang ganda kasi nakaka-relate din kami, even us, we always have challenges, especially dun sa sleeping, no? Dadagdagan ko yung sinabi ni Doc Joan kasi those are the things that I would do, no? And may iba pa, no? Apart from the skincare routine, tapos drinking milk, naalala ko when I was little, my mom would usually, before, hindi ako makaka-sleep unless nauubos ko yung warm glass of milk. Nakaka-miss yung mga ganun times. So, hi, Mama. But, that actually helps. Yeah. And one of the things, apart from music, alam mo, Doc, yung nakatulong sa akin, wind chimes.
Yes.
Sobrang nakatulong siya because yung mga monotones, yung mga
Oo.
ganong tone actually lull you to sleep na para kang nagiging baby. And yung pinaka-favorite ko talaga would be aromatherapy. Favorite ko yung
Ay,
lavender. So,
bongga.
yeah, that
Correct.
actually helps. Yeah. How about
Yes,
you, Doc?
yes.
Nag-aroma ka rin ba? Do you have your scents also in your room? Or coffee lang, enough na sa'yo? The coffee
Ako
scent.
ba, ako ba?
Oo.
Ay, ako, I listen to, wala akong scent. Meron kami pero hindi, not as regular. Sometimes lang, pag ano lang, pag sobrang gusto namin ng edit something new. But ako, I listen to ito personal na to. I listen to mga uplifting na mga songs. Yung parang calming songs, tas parang nakakatulog na ako with that calming sound nila or yung mga books, mga audiobooks, gano'n. Tapos nakakatulog na ako. Pero yung mga calming yung sounds. Yung smooth and very relaxing.
Ikaw,
Actually,
Doc
alam ko
Beck.
yung trouble with sleep kasi I would usually check on my mom at night just to see what's happening, if she's well. And
Yes.
then, pag sumilip ako sa corner, mapapansin ko, tulog na siya pero nakahawak siya ng phone. Nakataas pa rin yung kamay niya. O kaya yung mga younger generation, no, magugulat sila, magigising sila kasi nalaglagan sila sa mukha ng tablet kasi nanonood sila tapos nakatulog na pala sila, gano'n. So, yeah, tama talaga yung mga advice ni Doc Joan, no? Stay away from gadgets
Oo.
when you plan to sleep na at night. So, no, now that we've had some questions covered, maybe it's time for a very, very quick detour and try to have our Alaga Health update. Yan, so sa mga viewers natin na hindi pa rin po aware, meron po tayong Alaga Health app. So I'll show you how easy it is to sign up, no? I'll show my screen very, very briefly ngayon, no? So ito yung makikita nyo pa nag-login kayo sa alagahealth.com. Yan, so makita nyo yung website. You can actually browse, no? You can check out the contents, why we do this, no? The different services that we offer, as well as yung mga nagsusupport po at mga nag-feature na sa Alaga and even our advocacy partners, no? But what I'm going to show you today ay yung napakadaling way for you to sign up. So pagpunta mo kasi dito, all you have to do is press this button here sa top right corner and just press sign up. And then what's going to happen is ililipat kayo nito sa next page kung saan dun kayo magsaselect kung ano nga ba yung classification nyo. Ikaw ba ay isang patient? Pasyente ka ba? Ikaw ay isang partner, health professional, doctor, nurse, etc. Or ikaw ay isang clinic owner, no? If you're using different services, meron kang lab, meron kang clinic, etc. Nako, pang-admin app yung para sa'yo. So, for those watching, click natin tong patient app, no? Para ma-date natin kung paano mag-sign up. So, of course, you have to read yung data privacy. We are very much compliant to that. So, hintayin makita yung check dito and then, of course, read it before pressing continue. And then after that, no, you can actually plug in your details na, your name, your gender, your date of birth, and of course, secure it with a strong password. And then after that, just press continue and poof, you'll be part of the Alaga Health family already and you can begin reaching out to health professionals as soon as you are able to confirm yung ating email, no, yung email confirmation. But very, very happy to announce also that you can actually download the app already, no, yung beta version natin sa Google Play Store. Ito ay yung para sa ating mga patients at ito para din sa ating mga health professionals. So, ang gagamitin siguro nila Doc Joan ay itong partners at yung ating mga viewers ngayon, ang gagamitin nila ay itong main natin for our patients, no? So those are the two applications that you can now download, and soon it will be coming to iOS, and we're very, very excited to have you join us, no? So very, very easy to sign up for Alaga Health. And now let's go back to our questions. Okay, so let's look at what's in for viewers tonight. Now we have another question here from Sir Onofre Encarnacion. Onofre Encarnacion. So, magandang araw po. Itatanong ko lang po kasi yung anak ko parang I think this is palaging aburido. Kahit simpleng bagay, laging galit. Kailangan na ba siyang ipatingin? Nako, mukhang may konting family dynamics dito plus a bit of possible mental health related concerns. So any thoughts on this, Doc Via and Doc Joan? Sige, let's ask Doc Via first, yung initial response natin sa kanya.
Alright, no. It's actually a mix. So, kung nakikita niyo po ang medicine or medicina ay kahit na iba-iba siyang parte ng katawan, no, magkakaugnay-ugnay pa rin siya, no? Kunyari, yung family medicine ay kaugnay nito ang psychiatry or yung ni Doc Joan, yung field of interest niya talaga. So nakikita po natin sa situation na to how family dynamics can actually affect mental well-being and mental health. No? So for this one, no, we have to probe ano yung saan nanggagaling itong situation, no? Ano yung mga triggers, what is it that is bothering the child, no? Ano po ba yung mga concerns niya at ano yung edad, no? Especially if we know kung ano yung edad ng ating anak, no, or ating pasyente, no, malalaman natin kung paano yung tamang approach kasi sa medisina po, especially in adolescent medicine, adolescent psychiatry, iba-iba po yung approach doon. So, kailangan po natin malaman kung ano po yung nasa anong stage na of development yung ating anak, no? So, because it can open a lot of issues. Yung alam natin na, I'm not sure if, I think all of us went through the rebellious phase nung teenagers tayo, no?
Natin si Doc Joan para masaya.
Oo nga eh. And that might actually have something to do with, not just physical, but also social, emotional aspects also. So, kailangan po nating suriin kung saan po yun ang gagaling, no? And my approach po doon. I think si Doc Joan, no? Doc, I remember before we had sessions on, or at least lessons on adolescent psychiatry, no? Baka makatulong dito or any thoughts on ito? Oo.
Yes, agree. In fact, lahat ng sinabi ni Dr. Via, agree yon. So number one is really to look into the root cause. Ano kaya ang possible cause for the irritability, pagka-aburido, no? Ano kaya ang posibleng cause? Kasi again, pwede siyang psychologically, baka meron siyang pinagdadaanan, or socially, baka may naka-conflict, nakagalit sa kanyang mga friends, sa school, or sa partner, for example. And in terms of yung age, it's really very important po. Mas maganda sana kung alam natin kung anong age ng anak ni Sir Onofre. Kung ito po ay nasa adolescent na, as mentioned by Dr. Via, we know, no, nasa age ng adolescence, ito yung part pa kasi ito ng tuloy-tuloy pa ang brain development during this time. No? Specifically, yung part ng brain na prefrontal cortex. Kaya hindi pa siya fully developed during this time. Kaya nagkakaroon sila, no? Especially sa mga teenagers, mga youth, yung medyo impulsive ang behavior, mga sila, pwede irritable, bad ang kanilang mga choices, decision-making process is medyo not so good at this point. During teenager kasi nga hindi pa fully developed ang prefrontal cortex na yun yung part ng brain na which helps sa pigil, impulse control. Yun yung part ng brain. So nade-develop yun hanggang by age 25 pa. Kaya medyo matagal. So mas maganda, let's always monitor our kids. Mas maganda kung open lines ang communication natin with our kids. Tanungin lang natin. Let's be curious. Anak, ano bang ano? Parang napapansin namin na meron kang mga times na medyo mainit ulo or naiirritable. Ano kaya? Meron ka bang gustong ikwento? Or so let's maintain always that open lines of communication. Of course, listening is very important. And non-judgmental ha, dapat huwag pagalitan po, no? Kasi always we approach itong mga gaytong mga pinagdadaanan ng mga bata. This is a real feeling sa kanila, true feelings to. So let's validate it. Huwag natin i-judge ka agad. Oy, bad yan. Hindi ganon. So dapat i-validate natin. Baka they're going through something. Bawal judgmental. Let's continue to validate kung ano yung nararamdaman nila para mas mag-open up sila sa atin at mas matulungan natin sila.
Yan, thank you for that, Doc John. Ang maganda po today, napakaraming ways na for us to cope and hopefully would be able to better manage our mental health. And of course, babalita ko na din because Alaga Health is currently one of the top 10 finalists sa Globe 5G Hackathon. And we believe, even if we are competing with other teams, we believe in the power of collaboration. And that's why today, we are going to be joined by one of our supposedly competitors pero turned partners because we share the same advocacy towards promoting health and well-being. So what we hope to introduce to you today is our partner to this show, the online healing community. So try to watch this.
People stay calm and spread calm at this time. And if we can just really lighten the load of everybody, and lalo na with the social distancing that's being done, we kind of feel alone. Even now, we're still on lockdown. And I just want people to know that, guys, you're not alone. Kaya natin to. Together, we can do this. That's why we have programs every Tuesday, every Thursday. There's a class or a workshop which is free to the community so everybody can come together.
Here are our programs on personal growth and healing for you.
From the online healing community, the wonderful Ayyi Gardiola. So welcome to Alaga Health Live, Ayyi.
Good evening, Doc Dex, and good evening, Ma'am Joan and Doc Bia. Thank you so much for having us tonight.
Yes. I was just sharing about our experience in the Globe 5G Hackathon. So dapat talaga we're supposed to be in tough competition, pero kami naniniwala kami na collaboration is key because the better we amplify the voices for mental health and for other ways that we can take care of ourselves better. So maybe I can tell us very briefly what they do sa online healing community.
All right. So basically, at the moment, online healing community is an initiative. So it started at the onset of the lockdowns. So day one ng lockdowns, dun talaga siya nagsimula. It started with an 18-hour online healing marathon. And since then, we've never stopped kasi like a lot of mental health professionals, yoga teachers, and healers have been volunteering every week for free, pro bono, just to help people stay calm and spread calm at this time. So we have weekly interviews with mental health professionals, yoga teachers, and like integrative doctors, and we also have weekly classes. So these are all for free. So yun po.
Hello. I think I was I had a bit of connection concerns there. Yeah. So thank you for sharing no about what OHC does. And I believe they're also having a lot of classes, no? Some of those you've seen in the video. And in your experience, I know you have a particular show also, Ayyi. So can you tell us more about that particular lesson or that particular activity that you love to share to the general public, to our fellow Filipinos?
Okay, so yeah, like I mentioned, one of our regular programs, weekly programs, is called Creating Space. So it happens every Tuesday. We usually feature a guest. So it's wedding healer, yoga teacher, or integrative doctor, and all other professionals who are into the mental health and wellness. And so, and then we also have a specific topic for that session. And people can also, just like your program, no, people can ask their questions live during the session so that people can learn how to build their immunity better, and then to some tips and tools to stay, you know, to take care of their themselves holistically, like body, mind, spirit, or psychologically, emotionally, physically, and spiritually even. So, for example, next week, our guest for Creating Space would be Dr. Hani Karandang, and the topic would be preventing burnout and finding your balance in times of crisis. So that's for Creating Space, 5 to 6 p.m. on Tuesday. So that's, of course, free. And Thursday, I'm the one scheduled also next week, because I'm also an energy healer apart from my background in psychology. So I also do integrative healing, and I also do intuitive healing. So um, on Thursday, I will be doing the monthly Angel Whispers session. So basically, I'm using angel cards to help people do, for example, they're confused about a particular decision that they need to make, or their life direction. So I use intuitive guidance through angel cards in helping people with, navigate times of confusion. So, yun po.
Galing. So, ang maganda dito kasi, nakikita natin na in terms of health and wellness, hindi lang talaga siya puro medications, puro treatment. There are a lot of health promotion and prevention mechanisms na pwedeng gamitin to promote that holistic growth and development of every Filipino. So, we're always happy to reach out to friends, of course, from the online healing community. And hopefully we can have you as part of the program and other Alaga Health endeavors in the future again, Ayyi. And if you want, you please stay with us here the program, so that if you have any questions that you would like to highlight, you can do so. No? So now that we are more familiar with OHC, maybe it's time for us to take a look at what we have in store for you, at least our friends from Youth for Mental Health Coalition has in store for you for this week's Alagang Youth for Mental Health. Yan. So today, for our Alagang Youth for Mental Health, we are once again being joined by the lovely and beautiful Miss Joy Barcoma. So welcome back to Alaga Health. Joy?
Hello, good evening po, Doc Bex. Good evening to our
Okay.
viewers of Alaga Health this evening. Magandang gabi sa ating lahat. And of course, welcome to the Happy Hour Live. And thank you also for giving us this platform, Doc Bex, no, to talk about self-care practices that we can do at our homes to, of course, look after our well-being. So for tonight, we're gonna discuss something naman about our, of course, self-care practice that we can help us that can help us get better. So last week, exactly a week ago, um, we have um, we have celebrated, if not celebrated, of course, meron tayong isinagawang National Suicide Prevention Day. Of course, for our Youth for Mental Health subsegment today, we'll talk about seeking for help. So syempre, we'll share with you some information on when you should seek help, what to do before, while, after seeking help, and how important it is to look after our well-being. Siyempre, self-care practice. Kaya naman ang i-discuss natin today is how we can take care of ourselves. After all, the first step in getting better is getting help. Plus, it is also one of the best self-care practices we can do para sa ating mga sarili. So we all know that a lot of people have been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. And truth be told, although ini-encourage po natin yung mga tao na nakakaranas ng mga hirap sa buhay ngayong may pandemya, no? We also want to remind everyone that we don't have to be in crisis to seek for help. So kailan nga ba tayo dapat humingi ng tulong, or when should we really seek for help? We know and we understand that it is hard to know where and when to start. Saan nga ba tayo magsisimula? Paano nga ba tayo magsisimula sa paghingi ng tulong sa mga profesional, sa ating mga kaibigan? And maybe we feel unsure if we're experiencing a specific mental health problem. Sometimes we are still in the denial process. Hindi pa natin natatanggap sa ating mga sarili na tayo sa sarili natin na may pinagdadaanan. And of course, these things naman are factors that can be a reason for us to seek for help. Pero unang tanong ng mga tao na nangangailangan ng tulong, saan nga ba tayo dapat pumunta kapag gusto nating humingi ng tulong, or who should we go to the moment that we feel like we need help? Of course, the first person that's gonna come to our minds is go to a doctor. And it doesn't have to be a psychiatrist. Pwede yung family doctor natin or kahit sinong kakilala nating doktor that we think can help us navigate through our feelings, navigate through our thoughts and ideas. Second is a trained therapist. Magkaiba ang psychiatrist, trained therapist, as per what is discussed from our previous live from Alaga Health also. And of course, the third one, we can seek help from our friends and family members, or both. Of course, who wouldn't want to have a friend, diba? And we just want to remind everyone na sa ating journey, sa ating mga pinagdadaanan, we are never alone, and we can always seek help from our family. If not from our family, of course, from our friends. And of course, if we're not comfortable talking to our friends or to our families regarding our problems, we can seek help from peer support groups. Tayo po sa Youth for Mental Health Coalition, we actually partner up with LGUs, with SKs, for us to be able to build community support groups. So ongoing na po yung project natin, no? And if ever you guys are going to be needing help, we are also one message away from those who need to seek help. And the fifth one is community support services. If may available po tayo sa ating mga LGU, or kung wala naman, we could always seek help from our workplace services. So sa mga nag-iisip kung saan nga ba tayo humingi ng tulong, those are the 5 types of people or groups of people that we can actually go to whenever we feel like we need to seek for help. So kapag napag-desisyonan na po natin, when we have already decided about the people na komportable tayong mag-open ng ating mga pangangailangan, mag-open ng ating mga thoughts, ng mga ideas, and of course ng ating mga problemang pinagdadaanan, you might also want to consider these steps na i-discuss ko so you could properly address all the things that matter and would serve as a reminder should you be needing support when you seek for help. So ano nga ba dapat yung mga paghandaan natin? Ano yung mga kailangan natin gawin kapag hihingi tayo ng tulong sa iba? Siyempre, unang-una, we prepare a list of questions, especially if we're going to a doctor to seek for help. We prepare a list of questions. Paano nga ba ito nagsimula? Paano nga ba ang gagawin natin? Ano yung mga kailangan natin gawin? Ano yung mga mga medication or ano yung mga practices na pwede nating i-apply sa sarili natin to be better. Also, we can also prepare our narrative or list down the problems that are bothering you and you would want to be addressed para hindi nasasayang yung oras. And of course, it gives us an ample time or an accurate diagnosis from our mental health professionals. So second, speaking of mental health professionals, we have to be honest. Tell your support provider, especially if you are going to seek for help from a trained specialist or a mental health professional, everything, and do not lie about the situation. Of course, lagi nating naririnig, di ba? Do not lie to your doctor. We always should be open about our problems, our situation. Because we have to remember that the goal is for us to get better. Hindi naman sila yung gagaling kapag nag-open up tayo. Tayo din naman po. So we always have to consider being honest to our support provider. And number 3, in line with this, we keep an open mind. Of course, naiintindihan natin that opening up and sharing our personal issues, lalo na kapag mga first-timers, can be tough. Mahirap talagang magsabi ng mga problema. Mahirap mag-open up ng nararamdaman. But we also have to remember that it can help us to overcome it. Di ba nga sabi natin earlier, first step in getting better is getting help. And in line with that is opening or keeping an open mind. Kasi mahalaga na naiintindihan natin yung mga suggestions, yung mga treatment practices na ino-offer sa atin ng ating mga doktor. Okay, in line with that, we have also the step number 4. Tell them the goals that you want for the treatment or the support that you need. So ano nga ba yung mga gusto nating mangyari? Do we want to go after taking medications, or we would also like to explore other things like taking care of ourselves by practicing of course self-care practices, by doing things like journaling, and then we move forward from that. And of course, we have to be open. Ano nga ba yung support ng kailangan natin? Do we cope with on our own better, or do we need help from other people? So we also have to navigate those kind of things. Now, panglima, if you think that you are not making progress, you should tell it to your support provider. Now, going back sa una nating sinabi kanina, no, be honest. Ngayon, of course, nilatag natin ano yung mga gusto nating treatment na mangyari. Nilatag natin kung ano yung mga gusto nating mangyari when it comes to getting help and getting better pagdating sa ating mga mental health problems. So if we think na hindi tayo nagkakaroon ng progress, and if we think na hindi tayo nagkakaroon ng pagbabago or hindi tayo nagiging better, then we should tell it also to our support provider so that we can both work, or you guys can both work on your personal needs. Ngayon, pang-anim, be patient with yourself. The most important of all, you have to be patient with yourself because progress takes time and it requires commitment, understanding, and love for yourself. Now, we understand also seeking help isn't always easy, especially if you're not feeling well. It can take time and may not be straightforward, no? Hindi naman natin kagad nalalaman kapag kailangan na natin ng tulong because we always depend on our resiliency. But it is always important to remember that you are not alone. Hindi po natin kayang mag-isa or hindi natin kayang gawin lahat mag-isa. So we should open ourselves to the thought na merong handang tumulong sa atin and that you deserve support as well. So if you're finding it difficult to access these services, kung nahihirapan tayo maghanap ng doktor, wala tayong kaibigang malapitan, hindi tayo komportableng mag-open up sa ating mga pamilya, or you've already tried these options and hindi ka sure sa kung ano dapat mong sunod na gawin, you can always send us a message. Send a message to Youth for Mental Health Coalition's Facebook page or email us at info@y4mh.org. And we'd gladly help and support you in confidence. Of course, we'll treat you as a client, as a special person na nangangailangan ng tulong. And of course, we'll keep it in a secret, no? In privacy, because we also respect yung data po ng mga lalapit po sa atin. So, as a reminder, please take our suggestion as an inspiration in creating your very own self-care routine. So remember, self-care routines are individualistic. Lagi po nating sinasabi ito, no? There's no one size fits all when it comes to self-care routines. Now, if you need to know more about mental health or self-care practices, check the social media pages of Youth for Mental Health Coalition, and we have reopened, just to remind everyone, we have reopened our registration for membership. You may also reach out to us via info@y4mh.org to know more about details about the reopening of the registration. Ngayon, that is our tips for our sub-segment for this evening. This has been a great evening to discuss how we can take care of ourselves. And again, this is Joy Barcoma from Youth for Mental Health. Always be kind to your mind and to other people's minds. Good night, everyone.
Hi, Joy. So first, before while I still have you, I would like to congratulate the one and only Joy Barcoma, part of the Youth for Mental Health Coalition family, and now part of the Alaga Health family,
Oh,
the
thank
Happy Hour for
you.
Mental Health family, for being hailed as one of the finalists of Miss World's Beauty with a Purpose. Nako, so
Oh, thank you.
congratulations to you. I think we can have our my co-host this evening join back so that they can actually also hopefully get to talk to Joy, because it is super exciting to have someone with a platform like Miss World to champion mental health, everywhere else. And I think Doc John, super excited. Any thoughts, Doc John, Meron tayo future Miss World, na nag-champion ng mental health. So any thoughts, Doc Via and Doc John?
I think
Doc
Doc
John?
John. Oo, hindi ka na naririnig. No? I'm sure na-excite masyado si Doc John.
Na-excited si Doc John.
On yung mic.
Nakamute pala ako. Feel ko pa naman kanina. So again, Joy, congratulations in advance. I know that you will do great. And of course, thank you. Again, we need more advocates talaga on mental health. And thank you very much for everything that you do. And of course, there really is a need to collaborate talaga. The more, the merrier. And the more na we can reach out and help as many people as we can. So thank you, Joy, and congratulations in advance.
Thank you, Joy. Hope to see you next
Thank you.
week.
Thank you, Doc
Good luck.
Dex. Thank you, Doc Joan. And thank you, Dr. Via. I hope you guys have a great evening here, especially in Alaga Health Live. Maraming salamat. Thank you po.
Bye, Joy. Good
Thank
luck.
you. Thank you, Joy.
Thank you.
All the best. All the best, Joy.
Thank you.
Nakaka-excite na kasi we have more and more young people championing mental health, and they're given all of these big opportunities to promote them on a larger platform. That's really wonderful. So thank you for joining us tonight, Joy. So while we still have time, maybe we can answer at least one more question, while we have Doc Joan.
Time. 9 na pala.
Ang bilis lumipad ng oras. So let's jump to the next question, Sana may time pa tayo. Ito, next question. From Miss Ariane de la Cruz or Ariane de la Cruz. Good eve po mga doc. Normal lang po ba yung parang sobrang mas malungkot ako ngayon kapag may period? Hindi naman po ako dati ganito. Salamat po sa Alaga. So thank you, Ma'am Ariane, for your kind words. So may pagka hormone imbalance ata yung nangyayari, or parang adapting to the situation. So any thoughts on this, Doc Via and Doc Joan? So sige, quick response muna from Doc Via, then maybe we can go to Doc Joan.
Alright, buti na lang may kasama ka, Doc Dex, ng mga babae,
I know, hindi ko siya sumasagot. Hindi ko sasabihin na based on my experience, So,
Oo. But, yung mga monthly cycles natin, as what I've said before, yung katawan natin magkadugtong-dugtong lahat yan, in the same way that medicine is found in all aspects, nagkakadugtong-dugtong lahat ng mga disciplines in medicine, There are actually kumbaga, effects in our mood, especially when we have our kabuanang dating, may term si Doc Dex diyan eh. I'm sorry po, native Hiligay non-speaker po ako, so my Tagalog might not be that extensive, but when we have our periods, we will really experience those changes, especially in terms of our mood, naalala ko yan, especially when I would have patients, iba-iba yung experience nila, 'di ba, Doc? Merong mga palaging galit, palaging naiirita. Yung iba naman sobrang lungkot. Tapos yung iba sobrang gutom, no? So those are actually effects, no? Physical effects that can manifest psychologically as well. No? So those are things that are expected, especially when we have our periods, no? And that can actually also be aggravated by different situations and the environments that we're in. So it's important for us, no, to mitigate them, and wag nating baliwalain, especially if we feel really sad, no? And if we feel down, especially when we have pag alam natin na it's not kabuanan, right, Doc Dex? It's
Yeah.
your
Iba yun.
period na, iba yun. It's being pregnant, no? Yeah. Wow. But you really have to be attuned to what you feel, no? Especially when you
Correct.
have your monthly period, and address them, especially when you have psychological if it affects your psychological and mental well-being already.
Correct. Yeah, just to add, agree ako with everything that Dr. Via mentioned. And ano din siya, no? Because of the hormonal, tama yung sinabi din ni Dr. Dex kanina, so pagdugtungin na lang natin, hormonal changes also occurs monthly, especially during the time of premenstrual. So may tawag, in fact yan, may tawag, no? So it's recognized. Kung paulit-ulit and may pattern, and if you feel Ma'am Ariane, na parang lagi talaga siyang nangyayari every month. It's called premenstrual dysphoric. Yung bagsak ang mood, no? Dysphoria, dysphoric disorder, kaya siya pasok doon sa sinabi ni Ma'am Ariane na medyo malungkot. But don't worry, Ma'am Ariane, there is always help available for that. And also, we need to look at the interplay of a lot of factors, as mentioned by Dr. Via kanina. Kasi baka, aside from the hormonal imbalance and the dysphoria associated with the hormonal imbalance, baka meron din iba pang mga sources of stress, especially during this time. So, mas maganda, monitor, please, monitor, tingnan kung meron siyang pattern, if it becomes very frequent, nagiging monthly na siya, so, and if it disrupts na, nakaka-apekto na siya sa functionality natin or performance or productivity in our roles sa ating buhay, or nagko-cause na ng conflict. For example, mas nagiging madalas ang nag-aaway tayo with our loved ones because of our mood, then mas maganda po for a full examination and assessment. Kasi again, help is always available.
Thank you very much, Doc John. No, nako, ang dami talagang questions. And of course, unfortunately, we only have a short amount of time. But I think there's still a little bit more time for a very, very quick segue, because we need to talk about things that you can read about here in Alagang Hello, Doctor.
Dapat yung hindi kita.
So welcome to Alagang Hello, Doctor. And of course, sa segment na to, we feature articles that are provided or created by our partners from Hello, Doctor. And Hello, Doctor is actually the Philippine chapter, the Philippine hub of the Hello Health Group that's present in over 9 countries. And of all the health companies and health startups in the Philippines, they chose to team up with Alaga Health. So let's now help spread awareness, particularly on mental health. So let's show our article for the week. Yan. So tingnan natin, ito, teenage mental health crisis red flags to watch out for. Ang maganda po kasi sa Hello Doctor ay they're written by health professionals and even medically reviewed by a team. No, for this one, it's written by a nurse, si Ma'am Lorraine Bunag, and medically reviewed by Dr. Melissa Caraan. No, so maganda sa kanya, you can browse through the article. No, they would highlight some of the red flags, particularly on the mood swings, strong emotions. They even have some infographics for you to view the notions of social connections, academic performance, changes sa usual patterns of behavior, and of course, seeking help at kung kailan ka dapat magsisik ng help. All of these, very important when it comes to managing your well-being. Yan, ang magaganda na mga phrases to avoid when talking to someone who is depressed, no? Yung mga just stay positive, people have it worse, and the like. So maganda na this would be a good way for parents to also understand where their children are coming from. And of course, you can actually read some of the other articles apart from mental health here sa Hello Doctor. And hopefully, you can visit them for medical information. So for health information, you can check Hello Doctor. Pag health services, you can go to Alaga Health. And again, you can already download them for our doctors and health professionals. Ito po yung app nyo, Alaga Partners. For our patients, itong Alaga Health main app. And of course, sign up here at the Alaga Health website. So balik tayo ngayon, no? We have actually reached the end of the show, but do not leave just yet because we still have a treat for you. Pero before we go to that, maybe it's time for the final words of our special guests and even my co-hosts this evening, no? Any final thoughts, Doc Via and Doc Joan? So let's go with Doc Via first.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So again, no, thank you po sa pagsubaybay again for another week of kwentuhan, masayang kwentuhan, and impormasyon tungkol sa kalusugang pangkaisipan. No? Ang dami ko na namang natutunan, even if ang parang feeling ko ang bilis nga ng time no. A final message for everyone, especially to my beautiful co-hosts, Doc Joan and Doc Dex, no. Always take care of your health po. May mga pwede po tayong lapitan, no? Not only para matulungan tayo sa ating pampisikal na kalusugan, but also sa ating kalusugang pangkaisipan. No, nandyan po ang Alaga Health, kami nila Doc Joan, Doc Dex, to assist you, no, sa mga pangangailangan po natin sa ating kalusugan, no, and our well-being. Again po, magkikita-kita po tayo muli on Friday, and tomorrow po for Alaga Health Check-up. Let me just take this opportunity to greet my pamangkin, Leandro Rafael. Happy 4 months, no? Ninang Doc really wants to kiss and hug you. And of course, I'd like to greet my mom and my lola, mamang. Get well soon, mama. I miss you and all of my family po. Namimiss ko na po kayo. We'll see each other soon. And sa lahat po ng nanonood sa amin at nakaantabay po sa aming weekly show, magkita-kita po tayo ulit next week and tomorrow sa Alaga Health Live.
Thank you, Doc Via. And now let's go to Doc Joan.
Yes, again, thank you very much. Again, I'm really, truly very, very, very grateful sa opportunity to be a part of this very, very wonderful show, meaningful show. Ako naman, to add to Dr. Via, kasi yung kay Dr. Via kanina, ang parting word says about taking care of ourselves. May mga question kasi kanina, ang medyo common thread is about helping others. So yes, no, let's be there. This is the time ngayon na walang iwanan. If you have the capacity po, reach out. Reach out. We are all in this together as one community. Very important na we show empathy during this time. Pagdadaanan natin, i-feel natin kung ano yung dadaanan ng ating nanay, mga friends. Kasi yun yung mga question kanina. And of course, listening is very important. Kahit wala tayong sasabihin, the act of listening, active listening, and reassurance ating mga friends or kamag-anak na we are here always ready to help and listen. That is in fact very helpful and very therapeutic already. And of course, safety always ang priority, especially with the celebration of the World Suicide Prevention Day last week. And of course, buong month naman yun. So yes, so thank you very much once again and stay safe everyone. Stay healthy. Maraming salamat po and see you again next week. Thank you.
Yan, thank you for that, Doc Joan. But don't go away just yet because joining us now, we'll patch him in already. Our special guest coming up here lang sa Alaga Health Live's Friday Night Delight. Let's bring in our special guest for this evening. Ang kanyang group, ang kanyang music group ay single name lang, parang Beyonce or Adele. Let us introduce to Alaga Health Live here in Happy Hour for Mental Health, the one and only BRYLE. Hi, good evening and welcome to Alaga Health Live.
Po.
Hi, BRYLE.
Good evening. Good
Good
evening,
evening.
Doc Dex, Doc V.
So
and,
BRYLE is Yes, so Bryle is our special guest for this evening, and I believe he will be introducing his song. Actually, it's a pre-recorded song, but I believe we would be one of the first ones to listen to it, and it's very nice kasi ano nga ba yung story behind this? Very briefly lang, Bryle.
Uh, so the song is called Call Me Love. It's about uh, yung simple crush na nagkaroon ng biroan and then you called each other love and then that's the spark and parang I wrote a song about it. So the feeling na nararamdaman mo whenever you experience that.
Yon, thank you for that, Bryle. And we're very excited. No, di ba? Parang kinikilig na ako before ko pala marinig yung song. And I hope that we can send a little bit of good vibes to everyone listening and watching, especially those who are still with us from the Torre family, Valelo family, Garcia, Claudio families, as well as the De Guzman families. Thank you for watching. And now, without further ado, no, we introduced it already. Let us all listen to his original song. Take it away.
Give a little time and let it grow. Enjoy the little things you do, you know. There's this thing inside of me I can't control. When you hold my hand I can't let go. Faster than the sun that shines. When you smile I see a light ray that keeps me going on. When you hum that melody, it gives my heart a symphony. Warmth that I am not alone. I love it when you call me love. 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 Hug me tightly, give me warmth. Can I hold your precious heart? Kiss you till the light is dark. The sweetest feel of your embrace. Baby, there's no time to waste. Hold my hand as I gaze. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna wait until tomorrow. I wanna be with you too. Is this sorrow? Maybe you have time that I can borrow. 'Cause please, please, I love it when you call me love. I love it when you call me love. I love it when you call me love. I love it when you call me love.
Yan. So, that was BRYLE, no? Hopefully, in the future, maririnig yan alongside yung mga one-name bands and performers natin. Adele, Beyonce, no? For now, let us all love the song of BRYLE. Now, ang para siyang pang late night drive, no, Doc Via? As in, very cool, relaxing. So, we're very thankful for having you with us tonight, BRYLE. And to all of our viewers watching Alaga Health Live's Happy Hour for Mental Health. We will all see you here again next Friday for another episode of Happy Hour for Mental Health. And of course, tomorrow for our special topic in Alaga Health Live's check-up on the National Patient Safety Week celebration. So, with that being said, I'm Doc Dex Galban, reminding everyone to take care of their mental health because, again, mental health is wealth. So, see you all next week and have a great, great weekend. Bye, everyone!